Hello and welcome to Dr. Silica's workshop. I want to take a minute to talk about building the Orcs of the Northern Tribes from the Warcrow 2-player battle pack, Winds from the North. I'm most of the way through the 7 models that make up that side of the set, and have a few tips and heads up for anyone who's going to build them. We'll start with this Orc Hunter. Had a bit of difficulty fitting the back piece to his main body, and had to carve away at the peg on the main body that the back piece fits into. So if you look at, I can show you over here, any of these joints where these two pieces meet, if the fit's not quite good, you'll want to carve away at that. So that's what I had to do for him here. Even so, a bit of a gap there. When I prime it, you probably won't be able to tell, but if it's really bad, I might fill it. But heads up for this guy, take your time, and you can definitely get a better fit if you're patient and willing to put in just a little bit of extra effort. For the Evoker, as I said in the unboxing video, there's a bit of a gap between the two sides of her face right in here. If you look at the painted miniature, she has a cloth covering with a strap of some sort right down the middle of her face, and that really covers most of it. So I actually don't think it's going to be an issue once you prime it and paint it. Just make sure that when you're putting her together, you get a nice tight grip on that so that they're nice and close to each other. So there she is. For this, which is the Orc Hunter leader, overall it goes together pretty easy. I did have a bit of difficulty getting his back piece to glue to his front piece. I think despite it being a really tight fit, on the inside, there's maybe not a lot of contact points. I had to put some extra glue in there. It wasn't quite sticking right away. As far as his weapon goes, it needs to bend just a little bit. So you'll get the arm where it's supposed to be in the shoulder, and then just give it a gentle bend, and you'll get the wrist to look quite nice. And frankly, from the gaming position, you're not really going to notice that at all. You might be able to get it, use some lukewarm water to bend this forearm, but it's such a thick piece of material, I'm not convinced that would work. Lastly, for the Wise Mane, I wanted to show this off. This was actually the inspiration for the whole video. If you'll notice, the material here is really shiny. The thermoplastic is shiny, glossy. It feels a little slick. His leg, or his lower body, has some on the cloak here and on the back as well. I've talked to some of the people who have the starter set. They have a similar situation. Normally when you see something like this on a metal model, it's mold release agent and you just need to wash it. So I washed all the models I hadn't built yet, and this discoloration was still there. So having talked to the other people who have the starter set, this seems to be the case with at least the Wise Mane, and so far no reported issues with priming or painting. Typically with a metal model, if there's mold release agent on it, the primer won't stick as well. The paint will chip off, or worse, just sort of come off as a solid piece. So when you see this, it doesn't hurt to wash it, but if it doesn't go away, this should still be okay. I'm hoping to prime these in the next week or so, and if I have any issues, I'll definitely report back on that. So I hope this helps you build the 7 models from Winds from the North for the Northern Tribes, the Orcs. They've been a pleasure to build. They're really cool. I actually dry fit the last 2, and I don't expect any issues with them, but I'll definitely report back if anything comes up. All right, thanks for watching.